This budget cabin feels like cheating because it's like living in a suite for an interior cabin price. The Carnival Firenze ship has a secret that veteran cruisers do not want you to know about. And many of them don't even know about the secret cabins themselves that will get you an automatic free upgrade.
What?
So don't tell anyone else about. My name is Ruben and I am not a cruise expert, but I'm pretty good at sleeping on couches. Speaking of couches, in order to get a cabin with a couch, you need to upgrade your cabin. But stay tuned because I'm going to explain how you can get this free couch upgrade. Now, before I spill the tea on that, I do want to explain the 4 Carnival cabin styles on the Firenze so you understand why this is such a big deal. Oh, and if you've never been on the Firenze before, check out my full ship tour here. Carnival cabins versus hotel. Before we dive into each cabin type, you should know that cruise cabins at sea are very different than any hotel room or Airbnb you get on land. First of all, cruise cabins are much smaller than even the smallest hotel room. Firenze cabin sizes range from 170 all the way up to 275 square feet. Almost all cruise cabins come standard with 2 twin beds that could usually be pushed together to make a king-size bed. Some cabins, but not all of them, also have fold-down bunk beds and or convertible couches. Some cabins can fit up to 5 people. Boom, 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 boom. Pro tip, if you are a family or a group of friends trying to cram as many people as you think you can, think twice and do some math. On one sailing, it ended up being just as cheap to get 2 cabins with 2 people per cabin than to shove 4 people into the same cabin. Another pro tip is to subscribe to my channel if you want more Carnival cruise tips, food secrets, and reviews. All cabins. No matter which cabin you get, they all will have the following: 2 twin-size beds that could usually be pushed together to make a king. A bathroom with a sink, toilet, and shower. The Firenze bathrooms just feel so nice and upscale, especially having a shower door and not a flimsy shower curtain. You get a soap bar, and in the shower there's also body wash shampoo combo. This is different from all the other Carnival ships, so you do not get separate shampoo and body wash. So make sure you pack some shampoo and conditioner. Now, check out this video with my 21 must-pack cruise items. Back out in your cabin, you will have at least 1 table with various electrical outlets for both 110 and 220 volt power. Note that there are only outlets at the desk. However, there is a dual USB outlet on only one side of your cabin. That's where having this non-surge protected extension cord came in super handy for me. You also have a cooler that is technically not a refrigerator, but it is pretty handy to keep things cool. In the closets, there is this cool built-in motion activated nightlight that comes in very handy. Oh, and they have these cool life jackets. Let's talk about the 4 types of cruise cabins, starting with the biggest. Suites. Suites are the biggest cabin at 185 and 275 square feet. The Terza mini suites have balconies that open out to the Terza area and have bigger balconies at 100 square feet versus only 65 square feet. But what's a Terza cabin? I'm glad you asked. These Terza cabins are special upgrades to any of the 4 cabin types. These give you special access to the Terza area. Now, from morning to evening, only Terza guests are allowed in this special area, and they give you a few perks like breakfast. However, once it gets to evening, all cruise guests are welcome in this area. Have you stayed in a Terza or Havana cabin? Let me know if you think it's worth it in the comments. Balcony cabin. Next smallest are balcony cabins that have a private balcony for fresh air and even more space. There are 3 kinds of balcony cabins: and they are all 185 square feet, but the premium balcony has two different layouts, and the corner version has the biggest balcony at 75 square feet. You can also get a Terza balcony, which overlooks the stern of the ship and has amazing views. Interior cabins. Let's jump down to the smallest cabins. These are interior cabins, which are the economy class cabins of cruising. There are 3 different interior cabin layouts, and these cabins are always the smallest and least expensive. Interior cabins are 170 square feet. Ocean view cabins. Some interior cabins have a porthole to make them into an ocean view cabin that does not have a balcony. These cabins are also a little bit bigger at 220 square feet and add a couch that converts to a bed. Did you catch that? Normally, you need to upgrade to get an ocean view cabin or better to get a couch. However, if you book these secret cabins that I'm going to tell you about, you automatically get a free couch upgraded. These cabins are awesome. These cabins are cool when you're part of a team. These cabins are really awesome. It's like living in a dream. Before I give away my secret, I want to ask that you smash that like button so that you can promise me that you will not tell anyone else about this secret, because there are only 13 of these cabins on the entire ship that has 2,116 total cabins. I have to say, it was awesome having a couch. Of course, I met friends and they came to hang out and sit on the couch. Enough room for 3 of us to comfortably sit and hang out. I also had room service here. I would lay down for a nap or just hang out, read something and relax. It was awesome. And it was a free upgrade. Anything else that I want to talk about? The other amazing thing about this secret cabin is that because of its square shape, it feels way bigger than your standard interior cabin. It feels even bigger than the larger ocean view cabins and really feels like a suite. For reference, here are some standard interior cabins. You can barely walk around and it feels like you're in a college dorm room with no space. Now, check out these secret square cabins. So much room for activities. It really is like being in a suite for cheap. It makes hanging out in your cabin so much more enjoyable, and personally, I prefer and like interior cabins that get pitch black at night because it helps for amazing sleep for me. So, where are these secret cabins? Well, if you open up a deck plan, look for these square cabins. Now, there are only 16 of them on decks 2 and 6. So, book one of these secret cabins and check out this Firenze playlist.